Alright, so we're going to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the episode Target April O'Neil. So it basically continues the storyline where April has a grudge against the Turtles because they accidentally turned April's dad into Kirby Bat, and so Donnie's kind of just, following April since Donnie still likes her. And I think April catches on to who's following her. She even figures out it's Donnie, and then Donnie's just like, "Hey, what's up?" And then April's just like, "Oh, I don't know. My dad got turned into a mutant bat. I got school." And Donnie's just like, "Hey, it was an accident. We're sorry." And then April's just like, "No, I don't accept your apology. I never want to see you again." And so, yeah, it shows that April's still mad. And meanwhile, Karai, plans to, kidnap April to lure the Turtles out. And we even see, a call with, Karai and Shredder. And Shredder's still wearing his armor, surprisingly. So, I guess they just didn't want to design what he looks like outside of his helmet. So, he basically tells Karai, "Don't work with the Krang." And Karai disobeys him exactly. She, gets the Krang to build, a ninja robot. Not the Footbots, but, this samurai-looking robot. And basically targets April. And meanwhile, the Turtles are kind of just chilling, watching TV. They're watching that anime show. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. When they watched Space Heroes, it was the two actors were played by, I think it was Brian Bloom and Scott Menville from Avengers and Teen Titans, and now they're voicing the anime characters of Voltron. I'm sorry if I mentioned it before, but I just felt like saying that. And they're basically, those characters are dealing with one of their princesses has a grudge against them for forgetting their birthdays, and the Turtles kind of clown at Donnie, going, "That's so, April's gone for good." Honestly, I was kind of convinced when I watched this when I was little. I was just like, is April really gonna have a grudge against them? Did they truly think she wasn't gonna be friends with them? But no, we knew that they're gonna be friends eventually. And so April basically is kind of bored of her life. She goes visits Casey, and she basically kind of just is like, "Hey, I lost some friends. I don't talk to them anymore." And Casey's just like, "Hey, I accidentally smacked my friend in hockey, and we're not friends anymore because of it." And it basically it makes April kind of feel a little guilty just for having a grudge against the Turtles, but then it's too late. They're ambushed by the Footbots, and April starts to realize they're not human anymore. She even says that, "Did you guys used to be human?" And then Casey Jones is just like, "Hey man, I'm gonna take down these Footbots. This is Casey Jones versus evil Robo Ninjas." And Casey basically has a little brawl against them. And April runs away, but runs into Karai. And meanwhile, the Turtles sneak into a Krang base for whatever reason, because the Krang communicator is going wild and they want to see what the Krang's up to. And so the Turtles then are interrupted when Donnie interrupts, and with his T-phone going off, and April's calling Donnie, and he's just like, "I gotta be there." And then Leah's just like, "Come on, bro, we need you." And then Donnie basically rescues April by taking down the Footbots, and April's just relieved that it's Donnie. I just like how April calls Donnie, and it's just back to them being friends. They're just like, "Donnie, you gotta help me." And then Donnie, I guess the two are friends now. She is happy that Donnie's back. then the turtles do a little Krang thing, and then Donnie has a little brawl with Karai, and Karai's still convinced that Splinter killed her mom, even though it was Shredder. Spoilers, but this show is like a decade old. And so, Donnie does have a cool brawl with Karai. Like, he actually single-handedly takes her down. And, I think Leo takes care of the rest. And then, April basically apologizes for having a grudge against them. And Splinter's relieved that she's back. And he's very welcoming. And so, that's the episode. And Donnie gets a kiss from April. It makes it weird, because, like, April's clearly aware that Donnie likes her. And Donnie's kind of weird. He kind of, I don't want to say creepy, but he's very weird around April. Like, he'll do weird things that'll just kind of makes it look embarrassing. And to see her kiss him is just like, it makes things more confusing. Like, does she enjoy Donnie liking her or not? I can talk about this further as the show goes on. Like, especially, like, in one of the season 3 episodes where she says, "Oh, Donnie, you're my mutant." And I don't know, I just feel like it's weird that Donnie likes April. Like, I know the 80s show, like, had the turtles, like, sort of feel romantic towards April. Like, they were just thinking she's cute. But then, as the show went on, they're just, like, friends. Great friends. In every episode. So that's my little nitpick. My bad. So this episode was pretty good. It finally fixed the April grudge with the Turtles arc. Like a little mini arc. And, it didn't have too many villains. I wish the other Turtles had more moments to shine in this episode. And, by the way, Casey did defeat the Foot Ninjas. The Footbots. So, yeah, this episode was a decent episode. Not my favorite. Like, I definitely remember this episode when I was a kid. But the next episode I cannot wait to talk about. I'm excited. It's Slash and Destroy. So, yeah, I'm excited, like I said. So with that said, thanks for watching, and Turtle Power.